Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode 2 of Let's Play Pokemon Red. I have taken a few moments to train up our Squirtle. Pal is now at level 10 and he learned a new move. I'm going to call him he, even though there's no genders added until Generation 2. But he knows Tackle, Tail Whip, and now Bubble. And Bubble in this generation is only a base 20 power move. So even with the same type attack bonus, which does exist in this generation, it's still not quite as powerful as Tackle would be. Alright, so now we can buy stuff, and this guy has Pokeballs, which is awesome, because I definitely would like to buy some Pokeballs. Let's go with 7. Lucky number 7. And we may need an antidote or two. Probably not a Paralyze heal this early on. Is that a burn heal? Yeah, burn heal. I don't think you even can get burned for quite a while yet. There are wild Pikachu around here, so I guess they could, in theory, paralyze you, but burns? I don't know about any wild fire types around. This guy, remember, gives you the TM for Dream Eater, I think, once you have cut to get past this bush here. And I seem to remember this pond being a good place to hunt Poliwag. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. So this is route, I think it's route 22, if I'm not mistaken. There should be a sign around here somewhere. Down here, maybe. And this is actually the way to the Pokemon League, although we're not quite ready for that yet. But this is sort of an optional route, that might be the sign for it up there, that you don't have to go to until near the end of the game. But if you come here a little bit early, there are some cool Pokemon you can catch in this field that you can't otherwise find until much later in the game. And there's also something else cool that we'll do in a little bit. But first, I'm going to hunt around in this field for a while. There's a Nidoran male. Because there's a Pokemon here that I want to add to our team, our second edition, or our first edition, our second member. But they're a little rare in Pokemon Red, so it might take me a little bit. So I'm going to cut the video, and I will be back when I find our second team member. Alright guys, there she is, Nidoran female, the next addition to our team. Let's go ahead and weaken her a bit with a tackle. Now, Nidoran female are rather uncommon in a red version. Sorry. As I was saying before, I think it's a 5% chance to find one in this little field here. Nidoran male are a lot more common, and it's the opposite in blue version, with Nidoran males being hard to find. Alright, we have added our first Pokemon, the Poison Pin Pokemon. Although small, its venomous barbs render this Pokemon dangerous. The female has smaller horns. Do you want to give a nickname to Nidoran female? Yes, I do. We are going to go ahead and name her Viri, after Viridian City, since that is fairly close to where we met her. And I guess Pokemon names can have 10 letters. Alright, let's go ahead and head back to the Pokemon Center so we can heal up both of our Pokemon. I actually found a Sparrow when I was hunting as well. They seem to have a very low chance of being found in that field too, which I did not recall. I thought you could not find Sparrow until a little later in this game. I know in Yellow they changed around the spawn rates and the Pokemon you could find. I think you could even get like a Mankey pretty early on if you wanted a fighting type. Alright, our team now consists of 2 Pokemon, and there they are in our Pokedex. Well, there's Squirtle, and I think Nidoran's like 24-ish. A little later, 29. But let's go ahead and put Viri at the front. I like their little icons there. And unfortunately, I can't seem to find a way to change the order of moves on the DS. Like, there seems to be no button that corresponds to the select key. Like when I go to items. Yeah, you think it'd be Y, but it's not Y. It's not the left or right triggers. So I honestly don't know if it's even going to be possible to move around Pokemon moves or items in this game. But we won't be using the missing number glitch, so not too worried about it. Alright, so the other secret that's on this route, there he is. Hey, can't! You're going to the Pokemon League? Forget it! You probably don't have any badges. The guard won't let you through. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? One way to find out. It's a little bonus battle against our rival. And I like how he talks as if he actually has badges, but I kind of doubt he does. Maybe one. I decided to lead with Viri, just to see what she can do. And I know Viri's a female because all Nidoran females are obviously female. They're the one Pokemon with different genders in this generation. Alright, so Joe's Pidgey did quite a bit of damage there. I don't expect her to win this matchup, but I figure we can at least get some growls off, reduce Pidgey's attack, and make this a little easier for Pal, since he is going to be facing a 2v1. Alright, you did good, Viri. What was your first battle, after all? Alright, Pal, you're up. Let's go with Bubble. I was thinking Pidgey might be faster, but it's not. That didn't do much damage. I guess level 9 is pretty close to level 11. Let's go for a Tail Whip or two then. Although I'm a little worried about Sand Attack. So I'm going to start tackling. Oh, and it missed. I don't think I had a single miss when I was training up and looking for Nidoran. But naturally, now that it actually matters, Pal misses. And Sand Attack is going to make us miss even more. You know what? If I was smart, I probably should have done this differently. I should have started with Pal and then switched to Viri at some point to reset the accuracy losses from Sand Attack, because that's going to make this next battle kind of tough. Level 12. Good job. Actually, come to think of it, level 8. I thought so. I was going to say level 7. But his starter is actually less than his Pidgey, which is interesting. It's probably the only time in the series a rival's best Pokemon, level-wise, is not their starter. But that's interesting, because a lot of trainers, I think, do level up their second Pokemon quite a bit, and sometimes it even gets higher than their starter for a bit of time. It's going to be a close battle. I might have to use a potion here. Growl, hit. Both failed. Alright, no potion needed. Got some extra money from Joe. Aw, you just lucked out. Yeah, maybe once, but I've beaten you twice now, so... I hear Pokemon League has many tough trainers. I have to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dawdling and get a move on. I love how mean your rival is. In all the other games, they're like, friendly rivals, they're really your friends, and they're all nice to you, and they, everybody's happy. But I really love, the rawness of these games, where your rival's just total meanie. Pokemon League front gate. Let's go in and see how far we can get. I love the buildings in this generation, too. They're just so simple. Got some, what is this, Mount Moon? Or no, Viridian Forest music, I think. Only truly skilled trainers are allowed through. You don't have the Boulder Badge yet. The rules are rules. I can't let you pass. Alright, so until we get the Boulder Badge, we can't go past there. And past there, I'll tell you right now, are 7 more guards, each of whom requires another badge. So we won't be back here for quite some time. But we will one day. And we'll take on the Pokemon League and hopefully claim the title of champion. For now, though, our Pokemon journey is still in its infancy. And we have a lot of training yet to do. Let's go ahead and heal up our Pokemon. I do want to try to get Viri some experience. Alright, thank you. And now we can start heading north to Viridian Forest. In fact, let's check our town map real quick so you can see where we are. So, oh, you can actually... I forgot about that. You can't just scroll around and go left and right. It's only up and down. So there's Pallet Town, Route 1, Viridian City. Route, what was it, 22, 24? Was to our left there. 22, yep. Was Route 22. And we'll be heading to Route 2 next, and make our way through Viridian Forest. And our destination will be Pewter City. Also, a cool little feature I found. I was trying to look up the select button online. Maybe I'm just missing something, but apparently if you hold down the left and right triggers, and then hit the Y button, where's the Y button? It changes the game to the pea soup color, as they called it, that the original Game Boys used to be. I do remember it having a weird coloration like this. I don't think it was quite that potent, though. But maybe I'm just, maybe I'm just misremembering. But I'm going to switch it back to the standard sort of black and white mode, since it is a Let's Play. Anything over here? I don't think these houses have anybody that gives items or anything inside of them. That girl stops you from going north until you deliver Oak's parcel. I do remember that. When I go shop in Pewter City, I have to take the winding trail in Viridian Forest. And this guy, I'm sure all you guys that played this game remember this guy. Ah, I've had my coffee now and I feel great. Sure, you can go through. Are you in a hurry? So this guy, that's the reason she stops you, is this guy is laying in the road. He hasn't had his coffee, quote unquote coffee yet. So he can't get up and you can't walk past him. I'm going to say no, I'm not in a hurry. I see you're using a Pokedex. When you catch a Pokemon, Pokedex is automatically updated. What? Don't you know how to catch Pokemon? I'll show you how to then. And so the old man shows you how to catch a Pokemon. I love how they made this custom sprite just for this guy. 50 Pokeballs. And the reason this is memorable is because it's part of a classic glitch known as the missing number glitch or the item duplication glitch, which is, I mean, it's a cheat, but it's not like an intended cheat by the devs. It really is a glitch in the game. First, you need to weaken the target Pokemon. Well, thank you for the advice, old man. I appreciate that. Here's the gym, but we can't challenge it quite yet. The gym's doors are locked. Oh, and it makes you jump down. That's annoying. I wonder what that guy over there is going to say. There's no running shoes in this game either, and definitely not roller skates. There is a bicycle, though. We'll get that later on. This Pokemon gym is always closed. I wonder who the leader is. So do I. The mysterious 8th leader. I remember like playing this with my friends in like elementary school, and like it was a real mystery who the 8th gym leader is, because none of us were that far in the game yet. We had like theories, but nobody really knew. Trainer tips. Catch Pokemon and expand your collection. The more you have, the easier it is to fight. Yeah, I know a lot of people would just like train their starter and that's it the entire game, and these games are so easy you actually could get away with that. But it's a lot more fun when you have a full balanced team. So that's going to be what I try to do for this Let's Play as well. We can step in the grass here, see what we find. But yeah, the way the missing number glitch worked is apparently when the old man fights, it stores the data for your Pokemon and your character. Sorry about that. My headset has a bad habit of randomly turning itself off. It doesn't happen too frequently. I am going to be getting an actual microphone soon, though, so that should help. Alright, I don't think this is going to be a battle that Viri can really win. So let's switch to Pal. It's an old trick. Sending in a weak Pokemon first, switching to a good one, and then they both get half XP. There is an experience share in this game. We'll get that much later, though. But yeah, the missing number glitch. Because the data for your name was like overridden, it stored the data somewhere else, and then you got to go to this one area in Cinnabar Island where there was no data for Pokemon to catch there. And so the game would try to access the data where your name was stored, and that caused all kinds of corruption and weird glitches. Some of which were, for some odd reason, beneficial. Are you going to Viridian Forest? Be careful, it's a natural maze. Don't I know it. Rattata may be small, but its bite is wicked. Did you get one? I did not. I thought about catching a Pidgey. And we still might. But, we'll go through Viridian Forest a bit first. I came here with some friends. They're out for Pokemon fights. That's right, our first trainer battle is beside our rival. I like these little arrows here, too, as if you don't know which way to go. And there are lots of bug Pokemon here in Viridian Forest. There might be some hidden items around, too. Maybe one there? Eh, maybe not. But there's a non-hidden item, a Pokeball. We can definitely use that. We don't have any repels yet, so I'm going to try to stay out of the grass as much as I can, but I'm not going to avoid a fight if I get into one. For poison, use antidote. Get it at Pokemarts. Advertising everywhere these days, even in the woods. What does this say? Trainer tips! If you want to avoid battles, stay away from grassy areas. And naturally, as soon as I read that, we get our next battle. Alright, so actually, we might have a chance against this Weedle. Let's use Growl first. Simply because Viri resists Poison Sting. So yeah, it's only going to do 1 damage. Nidoran is, of course, a Poison-type Pokemon. String Shot will reduce our speed, but Weedle is already faster. So that doesn't really matter. Speed, of course, is the stat that determines which Pokemon goes first. So that Weedle can keep using String Shot all at once. I couldn't be happier. I feel like I was talking about something else. There's just so much to talk about with this game. I guess the Pokemon gym leader of the 8th gym. I remember at one point my friend told me there was like a rumor going around that the gym leader was somebody called Elite Four. I guess one of the older kids might have already gotten to that point in the game, and you know, things get lost in translation, but I do remember that. And for those of you who don't know who the gym leader actually is, I'm not going to spoil it. We will get to that point down the road. But we have 7 other badges to get first. And Viri grew to level 4. Good job. Alright, I'm going to switch out the order of our Pokemon, though, because I don't want to keep switching her out every single battle. We'll train her up a little ways down the road. But for now, I want to actually get a move on here. This guy is not a trainer. He simply ran out of Pokeballs. But that guy's a trainer, and we made eye contact. Hey, you have Pokemon? Come on, let's battle him. It's going to be a youngster or a bug catcher? Probably a bug catcher. It is a bug catcher. I remember in the anime, Ash fought a bug catcher here too, although I think that one had like a pincer or something really powerful like that. This guy only has a Weedle. I'm going to use one Tail Whip to lower its defense. Back in the day, we never used like any of the moves that didn't do damage. No Tail Whips or Defense Curl or Growl. Everyone just wanted to actually fight with powerful moves and get the battle over with, but there really is some advantage to using them strategically. Especially if you can get a really good one like Swords Dance. And we'll use a Tail Whip. The trick is just making sure you use them early on in the battle. Caterpie and Weedle are kind of like the 2 Nidorans. They're not version-exclusive Pokemon, of which there are quite a few in these versions, but their rarity does change depending on what you're playing. Caterpie and its evolutions are quite common in Blue version, and Weedle and its evolutions are common in Red. At least I don't think they're exclusive. Now I'm not so sure. I might be wrong about that. They might actually be exclusive, but at the least, Weedle will be very more frequent in this game. I'll come back and fight that guy later. Maybe get some experience for Nidoran. Trainer tips. Contact Professor Oak via PC to get your Pokedex evaluated. Yeah, we'll do that a little later on. And we've found an antidote. You know, part of me is kind of tempted to actually complete the Pokedex in this game by catching all the Pokemon. I don't think it would be that hard. There aren't really that many. Maybe I'll go back and do that at some point. We're about halfway through the forest here. We still have 1 or 2 trainers left to go, though. And I think one of them might have a very popular Pokemon. Wow, we are getting really lucky with these tall grasses. No stealing of Pokemon from other trainers. Catch only wild Pokemon. That's right. That's something that you don't know right off the bat. I also like how that one guy that does the videos for Pokemon Go made his YouTube channel Trainer Tips. A nice reference there. I guess it's only 1 more trainer. There are less trainers here than I recall. Alright, we have a level 5 Weedle here. Let's just use a tackle. It can probably... Yeah, I think 2 tackles will do it. And Weedle has fainted. Hey, wait up! What's the hurry? Maybe it is 2 more. I thought there's this guy and then there's like a last at the end, if I'm not mistaken. And this bug catcher just has a Weedle, but it is a high-level Weedle. Naturally, trainers who have less Pokemon have them at higher levels, which makes sense. So we'll use Tail Whip. And even though there is not a special attack or special defense stat in Gen 1, there's only a stat called Special, which is featured as both your special defense and your special attack, which makes some Pokemon very powerful in this gen. There is a distinction between physical attacks and special attacks, but unlike Gen 4 and beyond, it's only based on the type of the attack. So, for example, normal attack, rock attacks, fighting attacks, those are all physical moves, whereas water, fire, electric, dragon, those are all special moves. So Tackle, because it's normal, is going to be a physical attack, so it's based on the defense drop from Tail Whip and Squirtle's attack stat, etc. So let's see if I'm right about that last. I guess not. It must be yellow version I'm thinking of. Or maybe fire red and leaf green. Have you noticed the bushes on the roadside? They can be cut down by a special Pokemon move. Yeah, we've seen a few of those. Many Pokemon live only in forests and caves. You need to look everywhere to get different kinds. That's the plan. The only reason I'm thinking we might not try to complete the Pokedex here is because, in this generation especially, A lot of the Pokemon you can't capture in the wild. You have to train them up and evolve them, which is really cool. It gives you a reason to keep training Pokemon and keep playing the game even after you've beaten the Elite Four and the Champion and all. But as far as the Let's Play goes, I don't really feel like training another Nidoran to be a Nidoking and a Machop to be a Machamp. I don't feel like that would be especially interesting, and it would be rather time-consuming. So we probably won't go for the Pokédex completion, but I do want to become the champion, make a good team, and also what was I going to say? Also catch some cool Pokemon as we go along. So that guy was talking about TMs, technical machines. There are no move tutors in this generation, but there are 50 TMs and 5 HMs. We haven't gotten any of them yet. I think the first gym leader will actually give us our first TM. I also remember that same day, that very memorable day, when I started playing this game, same day as the Popeye's chicken, I actually was spending the night at my grandmother's with my little cousin, and all I wanted to do was play this game. I was so into it, and I remember coming up here, and I guess I beat the gym leader first. I'm not sure if I did or not, but I wanted to keep going north, because until this point in the game, you just keep going north to progress. And I was really confused, like, I can't get past here. Where's the way north? And then I finally looked at my town map, or maybe the town map in the instruction booklet, and realized, oh, you have to go east now to go to the next city. So I was 9 years old. Don't judge me too harshly. There is the Pewter City Museum. Museum of Science. I like museums of science. Yeah, I went up here too, and it's like, oh, here's how you... Wait, no, another dead end. Very suspicious. We will go to the gym in the next episode, but I do want to train up our Pokemon a little bit first. They're going to charge me, aren't they? Yeah, but only 50 Pokédollars. Alright, not a problem. So these aren't really exhibits, just things on the walls. That is one magnificent fossil. It's an Aerodactyl fossil, a primitive and rare Pokemon. Very cool. But the fossil has its own icon there. And actually that's one of the glitch Pokemon you can find, I think, with the missing number glitch. And there's a Kabutops, another rare and powerful Pokemon, and there is an upstairs. I think I remember what's up here. We have a space exhibit now. Oh, that's cool. Meteorite that fell on Mount Moon. Could it be a moonstone? Maybe. We'll find some of those down the road too. A moonstone is special because there are 4 Pokemon in this gen that evolved by it, one of which we're going to have. July 20, 1969, the first lunar landing. I bought a color TV to watch it, huh? That's one of the few references to the real world in these games. I guess at this point Pokemon wasn't really a different universe. And there's a little model of the space shuttle. It's just so awesome how even in Gen 1 they took the time to model things like this. I want a Pikachu, it's so cute. I asked my daddy to catch me one. Guess that's her daddy there. Yeah, Pikachu soon, I promise. Just like a pony, I guess. And there are Pikachu in Viridian Forest. So if you want to catch one, they're kind of rare, but keep walking around and you will eventually find one. And they're not a bad addition to your team, especially at this point in the game. They'll come in really useful for the second gym, especially if you did not choose Bulbasaur. Let's see what's going on in the Pokemart. A shady old man got me to buy this really weird fish Pokemon. It's totally weak and it costs 500 Pokédollars. I didn't realize you got a warning about that. We'll meet that guy a little later on. Of course, he'll try to sell us one as well. Good things can happen if you raise Pokemon diligently, even the weak ones. These two guys should probably talk to each other. Because the fish Pokemon he's talking about, Magikarp, actually evolves into one of the most powerful and coolest Pokemon in this generation, Gyarados. So we can buy potions, we can buy an escape rope. Let's buy one of those. We might actually need that at some point. And I haven't used any potions yet, so I'm not going to buy any more. I'm also going to try to avoid as much as possible using any items during battle in this game, just because the game is easy enough as it is. I don't want to make it any easier. But I will use items between battles in order to heal up our Pokemon. But alright guys, I guess that's about it for episode 2 then. We've explored Pewter City, we made it through Viridian Forest, and we captured the second member of our team. So I'm going to spend a few minutes, train Viri up to maybe level 10 or 11 or so, and see if she learns any new moves along the way. And when I come back, we will challenge Pewter City Gym and get our first badge. I'll see you guys then.